real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Joseph Herbst dated the defendant, but he says once she moved in with him and his parents, she became lazy and disrespectful. Joseph said after he signed a lease with the defendant, she backed out of the deal, so he's suing. Defendant Alexandria Wolf says Joseph always thought she was too good for him, and as a result, he became extremely jealous, insecure, and clingy. Alexandria says she broke up with Joseph before their move-in date. That's why she backed out of their agreement.
Tell me what happened.
Well, we started dating about 2 years ago, and everything was fine, you know. And then she moved in with me and my parents, and everything started going bad after a few months.
Why is that?
Well, she started getting lazy and complaining about everything. And
we were only here because of his jealousy and insecurity.
Okay. Let's hear about it. Go ahead.
All right, well, she moved in, everything was fine. She did chores, everything. Did everything she was told. And a few months later, she started getting lazy, didn't want to listen to anybody, didn't want to listen to my parents.
What do you think caused her to change?
I have no clue.
You want to ask? How long has it been? Oh, you don't want to know. You don't know and don't want to know.
No.
Gotcha. What do you think caused her to change?
I have no clue.
You want to ask? How long has it been? Oh, you don't want to know. You don't know and don't want to know.
No.
Defendant Alexandria Wolf dated the plaintiff, but she claims she broke up with him because he was extremely insecure, jealous, and clingy.
Go ahead.
You know, she wanted to move out. I didn't really want to. I wanted to go to school, and well, she kind of forced me to get a full-time job.
How did she do that?
Nagged me about it every day. Well, anyway, we went up and found an apartment because she wanted to move out of my parents' house. She got tired of that, and we signed a lease in June. And
before we get to the lease you're suing her for, let me allow her to give some background, ma'am.
His jealousy and insecurity got the best of him, and it really kind of pushed me away, how he got really clingy and everything.
What happened?
Just like the way he was acting. I couldn't like talk to anybody on the phone. I couldn't even go and hang out with my friends without him being, "What are you doing? Where are you going? Who you talking to?" If I was even texting, he'd be like, "Who you talking to? Why you keep texting?"
Did you ask him why he was so concerned or bothered?
No.
Okay, so neither one of you asked each other about any of these problems that you're telling me about today. Remember, he said, "I don't know and I don't want to know." Do you want to ask him why he was so jealous? You don't want to know why?
I mean, I do. I do know why. It's because he thought I was too good for him. He always thought I was going to go and be with somebody else.
Okay.
And cheat on him.
What made you believe that?
Because of his past ex-girlfriends and what he's told me.
So he's paranoid, or he has some type of complex?
Yes.
About being less than his girlfriends. You have a complex about that?
It doesn't make sense to me. I just kick him to the curb.
Maybe it's good she's lazy, then she won't run around on him.
That's a good point. Hey, how could she run around on you if she's that lazy? That's a good point. He makes a good point. Let's get to the lease, sir. $850, you're suing her for half of a termination fee. What happened?
I tried calling her about it before any of this actually happened. I tried calling her about it, seeing what she wanted to do about the apartment, and she didn't call me back.
Tell me about the agreement.
I mean, we both signed the lease. It was just a joint lease. Okay.
And how much were you all to pay?
We had to pay a $1,015 deposit. That's what it was, and then we had to pay $1,015 for first rent. And she didn't call me back, text me back, nothing about any of this stuff. And
he never wanted to cooperate.
Hold on, ma'am. I'm trying to understand. You're suing her for something that never occurred?
No. I'm suing her for the termination fee because we were supposed to pay $1,000 original deposit. And we never even got that far.
Quiet, ma'am. No one paid anything?
No one paid anything yet. We didn't move in, none of that.
So how are you suing her for something that you never paid for?
because I had to pay for the termination fee of the lease.
Ask you that.
I paid $1,700 for the termination fee of the lease.
Okay. And why did you all terminate the lease?
Well, what happened? We broke up before we, the actual went in to move in. And
before giving them your money?
Yeah.
Okay. And you all notified the landlord that you all weren't going to move in.
I did.
All right. And the landlord assessed $1,700.
Yes.
And you paid $850.
I paid $1,700 full.
Okay.
That's why
and
I'm
you want the half, $850 from her.
Yes.
All right. And why did she say she didn't want to move in?
She didn't. I didn't talk to her.
Okay, right. I forgot. You don't know and you don't want to know.
Exactly.
All right. Go ahead. Let me hear from you, ma'am. You tell me what happened with the lease.
First of all, we had a rough ending in our relationship, and I wanted some space from him and broke up with him because of all of his insecurities and jealousy got the better of him.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever it came that time to move in, I told him I wasn't going to move in, and he told me he was going to move in. So therefore, that all put on him. And his decision was to move in, and then a week or two later, he tells me, oh, I terminated it. And
well, you terminated it.
Oh, I did not. He did.
When
he did
you told him you weren't moving in, you terminated the agreement that you had. Didn't you sign a lease?
Yes, I did.
Saying that you're going to move in?
Yes.
You think you can just change your mind after you sign a lease and say, change my mind?
No.
I know you kept the apartment for me, landlord. I know, boyfriend, you agreed, and you probably set up your payment schedule. You probably adjusted your life to accommodate this agreement we have together. But I think I just changed my mind. Well, because suddenly I realized that you were jealous. The day before you were supposed to move in, is that when you realized it?
It was a week before I moved in.
That was the first time you realized he was jealous?
No, not the first time. I just got sick of it.
Defendant Alexandria Wolf dated the plaintiff, but she claims she broke up with him because he was extremely insecure, jealous, and clingy.
I think I'll sign the lease. On second thoughts, 1 week later. Not gonna do it. Ma'am, you knew all along that he was jealous of you cheating. No, I'm just kidding. He was jealous. You knew all along he was jealous. He was insecure. And yet you went into an agreement with him to...
Because I thought he would change.
All right. And 1 week later you determined he wouldn't, right? All right. Well, that 1 week that you had religion cost you. All right. So I'll grant you $850 because she breached the agreement. You did nothing wrong. But what she did wrong cost you $850.
I didn't do anything wrong when he decided.
I know you don't, but I'm the judge, and I'm telling you, you did. All right? Good enough. $850 for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
I wasn't jealous or insecure.
Yeah, you've always been jealous and insecure. You always think I would leave you because I was too good for you. I looked too good.
No, that's not true.
The only reason I was lazy was because I was sick of doing work for your parents, and it just got annoying.
You think living there for free is going to happen?
I didn't live there for free. I held my kept for like 8-7 months. I really want to work things out. Because I still have feelings for you.
It's going to take a lot. I hope you know that.
Well, it's going to take a lot for you too.
All right.